We're back again, man. Last of Us, Season 1, Episode 2 review. Not going to keep it too long. Yeah, this episode, obviously spoilers because life and it's already a video game. So only a few things have been adapted. Some for the good so far. But yeah, I have to say, man, I'm going to just give my overall thinking of this program so far. I don't think at the moment it's going to be up there with one of the better programs that I've watched. I'm okay with it at the moment. I think it's good. I think it's decent. The pacing's a bit off for me, but I don't know if that's just because I'm becoming impatient like the rest of the world. I'm always calling for stuff to be a little bit more well thought out, scripted, and obviously this is an adaptation to a game. But I have to say, for someone who's not a super Last of Us fan, and I'm an Xbox guy, so I don't keep going back to the PlayStation game. I still have loads of parts where I forgot, which is a good thing for me, so I can experience it as a new watcher to it. And as a new watcher and to the other people as well, I can see this being too slow. Now, it's got the feeling at the moment that episode 3 and 4, well, episode 3 for starters, will be where there's a bit more intensity gets pumped into, a bit more excitement, because at the moment, after the episode I just watched, the amount of quiet spots in it and not much going on, it felt like it was quite a lot. Now, first episode was about 79 minutes, this one was about 58. And of the hour, I think you could probably collate the action and dialogue into about 20 minutes. And then a lot of it else is travelling and, a few odd words here and there. So, let's get into this episode. So this episode was better in terms of the story, I think. I think the last one, they did a really good job at the beginning, letting you know how Joel got to where he was and stuff like that. Then everything else was a bit meh, but it was still good. So this one, I can't remember where it started off 100%, but they did pick up a lady from an Indonesian calf in Indonesia, I think. She thought she was in trouble for some reason because she got picked up by the Indonesian guards. Seemed very high class. She was just in trouble, but no, she's a scientist. And they brought her in to analyse the mold, it's obviously turning people into the zombies and all that kind of thing and stuff like that. We go through a scene where she's analysing a dead body who has been affected, someone who had been bitten by a human already, and by turn, her being bitten and biting somebody else made them bite other people. So it's analysing this lady. I don't know, choice of direction with the cinematography and stuff. The lady was naked on the table, but she was there naked for a long time. There was shots they could have done where you didn't have to keep seeing her body. It was a bit weird. And that's not just because there's an older lady. Any person naked on there was no need for it to be on the screen that long. But there you go. Then they asked her experience of what they think she should do, because her whole career's been on analysing mold. What did they think they should do? Can we make a medicine, a vaccine to this? And she pretty much flat out told them that no, in this case, there isn't no medicine, vaccine. You need to bomb everything, bomb everyone, bomb the city, bomb everything in it. Let me go back home to my family. There's no saving you motherfuckers. That's pretty much what she said. And it's quite an intense scene. I did like how the film, that the conversation between them was in subtitles, but I liked it. You could feel the intensity. I always feel like if I'm listening to something in a different language and the subtitles are there, even if I didn't pay attention to them, I would realise she's saying something that is quite telling because of how he reacted to it. Obviously, after that, probably go to the main focus of it with Joel, Ellie, and Tess. They've gone on from where they left off in the last one. They're heading towards the big hotel building. Obviously, they're trying to get to the place where they can hand Ellie off and do the swap over and stuff like that. Upon reaching there, they realise that no one's there. It's just water and all this business. There's a few zombies inside of there. Then have a little altercation with the zombies. What they're called again? Clickers, I think. Listen, they look the same as the game. I guess you can say that's a good thing, but sometimes I'm like, I don't know, man. I feel like you could have added more texture and detail to the actual clicker. It looked like it was, the clicker's face looked like it was filmed and made for a 90s movie, which if I was watching in the 90s would have been fine. Like something off Independence Day, but even worse than that. I feel like they could have added more to it. It didn't look like there was any kind of CGI on it. It just looked like it was some kind of makeup and stuff. So that was that, but it was fine. There's a part where they had killed the clickers, and then you could see the mold attached to the clicker's body, and then it showed the rise of all the others, which was pretty cool. And then there was like an elite like army of them running on the outside. When they travel from that place, they get to the museum, and then inside there, that's where the discovery is made that Tess has been bitten already, and she already knew about it, and she's pretty much realizing that she's gonna sacrifice herself, and she wants them to go on, Joel and Ellie, and take him, save who you can, that kind of speech. And while they're doing that, they've got like a minute while there's the clickers and zombies are running towards the building that they're in. So she tips out the barrel of petrol and stuff, and tips out all the grenades, and it's a horrible scene, but it's filmed pretty dope, where they decide to go, Joel and Ellie, and Tessa's got the lighter, and the lighter's not working properly, so they're all breaking in, and they're trying to chase Ellie and Joel, and then they realise, oh, Tess is there, she's not changed yet. And then one of them comes over to her. It's disgusting though. He pretty much lipses her up and puts he's like goes to the lips, and the mold's coming out of his mouth into hers. See the attachment. It's filmed dope, but it's still disgusting in a good way. And then just at the right moment, as it goes into her mouth, the lighter goes off. Everything blows up inside. And then Joel and then from the outside, they realise, and kind of goes on from there. And that's kind of the end of that particular episode. So I didn't mind it too much. Joel is I like Pascal. I like him a lot. Mando, Narcos, everything. I like him. At the moment, as Joel is okay. I like Ellie. Swears a lot. They've made him into a little bit of a jackass, but at the same time, kind of cooler. I don't mind her. The acting skills of whoever the actress is pretty dope. I like her. Because remember last episode I said that his original daughter, who died, felt like she should have stayed around long because she seemed like the better, more likable actress. But this one's pretty good as well. And then Tess, I can't lie, she's gone now, but she was annoying me anyway, which she's not supposed to, but she was annoying me. She was much more of a badass, like Michonne type character. You know, Michonne from Walking Dead, she was like a badass in the game, from what I remember. And even if I don't go off the game, she still seems a bit like annoying, you know what I mean? And Joel's a bit scared of everything. I don't know, bit hokey at the moment, but I've put myself into watching this now, and doing another review means I'm gonna watch the next episode. The beautiful thing about this is it's coming out weekly, which I call for a lot of series to do, because everything's been consumed too fast now. It gives everyone a chance to, watch it with a bit of time. I will say though, if they'd released this as like a 10-part episode at once, like on Netflix or something, after the first episode, I probably wouldn't have watched the second one. It would have been one of those that, or if I did, I would have waited like 3 weeks and then, oh yeah, something I haven't watched and picked it up. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Maybe, yeah, well, you already know that the spoilers in it from what I told you at the beginning of this review, but I wouldn't mind if you had gone to pause it, watch it, and then come back and see the review and see if our things kind of match up. Because I'm not mad at anyone if they like it. I feel like the people who played the game, they would like it as long as they're expecting a few different turns and to veer off it being canon. If not, and you're expecting to be exactly like the game, you'll be disappointed a little bit because everyone's not exactly the same. But for me, sometimes I'm like, why would you want it exactly like the game? Because then it's just pointless. You're basically just watching the same thing in live action, and that's usually should only be done with like I feel like cartoons, like Disney films and stuff like that. But when it comes to these kind of things off a game, I think you can veer off a little bit because it's all cutscenes you're doing really. Anyway, I've been your Burger Savage. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Run.